You know who's
God
not a
damn.
simple fuck, and it kind of does irritate me. David Pakman, because he was offering $1,000
Mm-hmm.
to come here or anywhere else. I threw that in there. It didn't have to be here. Go somewhere else and do it. I'll throw in another 500 there. He had put in 500. That's $1,000. Still won't talk to Hard Bastard.
He won't
God,
even.
Hard Bastard,
He's
what's your beef with
pretending.
him?
He's pretending he doesn't even understand what's happening. I basically cover him. He's kind of like corporate media wannabe whore, very disingenuous. And so just real quick for people that aren't aware, I had a viewer that offered to put up money to have Pakman face me. And he said that was the only stipulation, and you can control, where it is. And I said, well, let's do it on the Kumite. And so, yeah, right now we have the number at 1,000 tonight because he, again, has responded and is pretending to not understand what's happening. We're going to increase it tonight. And I think we're just going to continue to hammer him until he either does it or he'll go down as a person that turned down a large chunk of cash in order to avoid facing the people on the Kumite.
Oh shit! You think he knows what's happening?
Hold on. I need to
He's
throw
a
in something
scared
else
fuck.
too. Hold on. I need
Sure.
to throw in something else too before we get away from this number. Since it was posted, now original number $500 from a fan of Hard Bastard. When I heard about it, I threw in another 500, make it a clean 1,000. Since that point, the likes of Sinatra and a few other fans of, I'm assuming, both Hard Bastard and the Kumite, they've began to throw in their own hundreds. Now, I've not kept up with how many it is, so it's very likely we could just start up a little fund that could only be claimed by this lad here.
Right.
Yo, you have to make sure though, like he doesn't do only half an hour. There has to be like a set time limit that.
It has to be 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, hold on. Depending on how much money gets put into this thing, but is there a way that we could put funds into a thing, and if he doesn't meet it by like 2 or 3 months, get convinced of this shit, just give it all back? Is that possible?
I would think one of these sites will do that and just give everyone their money back if the conditions aren't met.
Because if we
You know
put
what?
it
I
up
have,
there,
I have
if
to
all
go
the-
to, wait, hold
if
on a
this
second. I
big
have
of a
to go to-
number is put up there, it's going to be hard for him to say no if this number just keeps getting bigger.
I would
Go
think.
ahead, Philly.
I have to go to Vegas in August, so why don't you give me the money if he doesn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I trust
I
him.
think
love
he
you
would
just
just
brought
let
that
you.
down.
He would just let you take it. We would have to be okay. What's something he hates? If he doesn't get the money, what's something he hates? We'll give the money to that.
Oh, tell me what he hates. If he hates fucking prostitutes, I'll go fucking prostitute in fucking
Well, here's the
Vegas. I'll do
thing.
that.
I don't
I'll
know if
film
it's been confirmed, but I believe Jared is David's sodomy partner. Is that true?
Yep.
So-
They blow each other.
Alleged?
Yeah. I think I guess it's alleged at this point. I find it hard to believe he wouldn't know what the Kumite is then, because you can't tell me. You look at Jared and his picture and his fucking ridiculous scarf. You can't tell me Jared's not coming home after a long day and saying, "Oh, David, it's such a hard day dealing with the alt-right." And he did an article about it. And Pakman did a video talking about Andy. There's no way he doesn't know what the Kumite is.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And this actually started because the viewer I was talking about, there was the Pakman tweet where he called Andy sketchy because of he was offered $1,500 for a debate, but then in the same tweet he admitted that he took the money, which is hilarious.
No,
So
he said yeah. My manager, I had no idea about this debate. I was the one who said no because I had no idea who he was at that time. And I didn't know what to debate about. Like it was just sort of like a sponsor wanted to, offer for like this debate app where you debate and it's like
debate app.
Yeah, it's like an app that has debates on it. So they were offering us each $1,500 each.
Telephone
And then I was like,
voice.
no, I don't want to do that. So I said no. He said yeah, and called me sketchy for my manager offering him that when I had no idea what was happening. He's fucking
incredible.
He's a retard. He's an absolute retard.
Yeah, and a lot of people apparently are willing to pay to see him come on the Kumite and face the people. That's amazing.
I would love to watch that.
So somebody said give the money to the NRA. You guys can buy me a lifelong membership to the NRA with that money.
Well, here's what I've always found interesting about a figure like Pakman. When it's convenient, not mainstream. When it's convenient,
Yeah,
too
yeah.
mainstream.
Absolutely. Yep.
He's
Yeah,
too
you look at his coverage.
He's too mainstream to talk to you, but he's not mainstream enough whenever it comes to holding mainstream shit accountable. Oh, well, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. Okay, then.
He will only talk to people, I think, who or acknowledge them who have like a high sub rate, so he can kind of get something off it, or he'll do it for money. Like I think he had a thing where he was making video responses to Sargon. Now he will talk about people, but he's kind of like passive aggressive about it. He won't mention people's names, or he'll do this thing where he purposely changes the name around, like with Sticks, Hacks, and Hammer when the Spencer debate happened. He made a video called "Should David Pakman Get Involved in YouTube Drama?" So that might be the best we get out of it. But like I said, even if in the end it turns out that a person was so scared to go onto the Kumite that they passed up thousands of dollars, that's an amazing thing.
Do you know what I hate about videos? What was the name of that video you just mentioned?
Should David get involved with YouTube drama?
And he made that.
Yes.
He put that out. He showed his audience. Do you know what those kind of videos tell me?
What?
What will you guys pay to look at? Because I'm for sale.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what that tells me when people make that video.
Yeah, I wonder. The other thing is, like, even if he ends up not doing this, I wonder, because there is a problem of people of like the whores not coming on to the shows, right? They won't face people. I wonder if this is kind of like a template, because I was watching, it's now privated, but I was watching a stream on Mundane Match Channel, and Jeff Holiday was on there. And he said that he would go on Andy's channel to face what he calls abuse. I don't think holding people accountable for their bullshit is abuse, but whatever. He said he would go on there and face it if Andy paid him. And I immediately got a mental image of Bukkake, because like, it's like if you want to make a Bukkake video, right, you have to pay a girl, and she's going to come and let a bunch of guys come on her face. Isn't it similar from the standpoint of if Jeff or one of these other whores is willing to come on one of these channels and have us throw at least what they define as abuse? I think it's similar.
Well, it exposes the motive. Like, yes, it probably does bother Jeff that he was shown to be such a fucking piece of shit. It probably does bother him. It probably bothers him a good bit. You know what? It probably bothers him a lot more. The money.
Oh, he's always talking about the money. That's one of the things he always brings up.
You're talking about an episode of one of his streams, Monday Matt streams that Jeff stopped by.
No, hold on. Now,
yeah,
real quick, let me make sure I finish this. If he says that, he's saying, okay, all this shit, all the internet blood sports is bad. He tried to blame, he tried to throw a school shooting.
Yep.
On it, like all this shit he said. I'll never go on. I'll never go on. I'll never go on. It's so bad. It's terrible. I'll never blah. Throw me a couple dollars, and these people are for fucking sale. Fucking like they're for sale.
I was bringing up that video because I actually have that video.
You do. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, because he probably.
Yeah, because I saw he made it unlisted, and I was like, that's weird because usually he keeps them up. So I figured something. I just forgot about it, but I have if you want me to upload it for you.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, I would love to cover that.
It's a fun time. It's a fun time. Sawyer played some close, so like I can't listen to these people. They make me irritated. Like at first I'm like, man, they just sound sad, but it just pisses me off because I remember how.
Here's the thing: I downloaded it. I downloaded it and then I forgot about it because that's like if it's in front of my face, I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna go back and like I have Star Trek to watch. I don't got time to fucking watch this shit.
It's definitely a better usage of time. But I tell you, the crazy thing is like when I went to DC, I went to cover CPAC and I met viewers, and I don't know, like being in the same room as people, like the people that I met weren't like people that I thought would typically listen to the Kumite. or my show, they were kind of like in the center of like the swamp in DC. They were kind of involved in politics, or they
The
knew
audience skews
people.
a little higher than you would assume it tends.
Yeah, and it's like so I'm sitting there in the middle of DC, like in the swamp, and I'm like seeing, you know, people from like TV and shit, like not a lot, but you know, sitting in this place and eating, and this guy's talking to me. He's cool as shit, just about how, like, you know, it's the environment. You can't really talk about your politics, and like I get a lot of people to listen, and I felt like there was this underground movement in DC that was like, I don't know, like listening to us. Because he mentioned the Kumite, he mentioned my channel, he mentioned Worski, and I'm just like, wow, like this is, I don't know, it felt very real, whereas before it was just kind of everything happens on a screen.